I think that that's an important way of increasing your intellectual capital.
If you'd have a huge billboard in the city, the busiest corner in the city, what message would you put on it beside your name or promoting something, your book or whatever? What would be the message that you would put so other people get inspired?
Well, let's see. Gosh, I guess what I would want to do is, if I had a big billboard, is to put on it the following question: what can you do today to make the world a better place?
I like it. Imagine if we just give one good deed a day, multiplied by the billions of people on the planet, imagine how different would be this place.
We have a different world.
Different world, probably different galaxy, something like that.
That's right.
Yeah. What's the first thought it comes to your mind after reading this phrase by Seneca, the Roman philosopher? Life is long if you know how to use it.
Well, I guess my first reaction is, how do I figure out the part that says how to use it? How do I figure out how to use my life? But that, to me, is the challenge that comes up in that phrase. Makes sense, but it all it does is highlight the notion that it's really important for you to understand how to use your life.
That's the whole meaning of the phrase, actually, and that's what Seneca is talking about. Better find out what is the best way to use your time, so life is going to be long enough.
That's right.
If we waste time,
and that sort of going full circle, that feeds back to this idea that I proposed at the very beginning about purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Just as an organization has a purpose, individuals have a purpose, and very often when people create companies, they create companies that are serving their own personal purpose. And so they transfer their personal purpose to the company. That means that they really have to have an understanding of what their own personal purpose is. You know, what's the contribution that you're making to the world? You know, why are you here? And what would the world lose if you were no longer here? To me, that is the key for really trying to understand how to use it. Because you decide how to use it in the context of trying to serve or accomplish or contribute to some long-term purpose.
Exactly. Before we let you go, is there any message, any thought that you would like to share with our listeners?
Well, I think that it's important for Latino entrepreneurs to spend a portion of their time and energy really meeting other people, other entrepreneurs, and not just Latino entrepreneurs, but other entrepreneurs, and building networks of people so that you can call upon them for advice and potential help. One of the things that we do in this program that we're running here at Stanford called the Stanford Latino Entrepreneurship Initiative, that we have a program on helping companies to scale, to grow big. And one of the things that we promote is the idea of doing business with each other and getting business for each other. So we believe that if Latinos do business with Latinos, because they all have needs, they all have supplier needs, or they can supply something that some other company needs. And if more and more Latinos did business with more and more Latinos, the whole ecosystem of Latino entrepreneurship would benefit from that. And the more we help companies do business with non-Latino companies, the more we all prosper. So every Latino business does business typically or usually with non-Latino companies, and they know and they know the needs of those non-Latino companies. And if they could connect those needs with other Latino companies that they're connected with, then the prosperity starts to increase. So my sense is that building networks allows you to meet people that are running other companies that are doing things that potentially you could either contribute to or you could purchase from them, and in that way strengthen the Latino economy. But it's really through doing business and actually getting business that Latinos will prosper. Working for the sake of networking has marginal benefit, in my opinion. The real benefit of networking and getting to know others, especially other Latino entrepreneurs and business owners, is that in the end you can hopefully do business with each other.
Professor Porras, what a pleasure talking to you. To me, was very inspiring, and after talking to you, I can say that my intellectual capital has increased substantially. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed the conversation.
If you want to know more about the Stanford University and the Latino Business Action Network, go to lban.us. Thanks so much for listening to our show this week. If you want to find out more about our podcast, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ComoLoHizo, or visit our website at ComoLoHizo.com. Please subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to your podcast. If you want to reach out to comment or suggest a topic, please email hello@ComoLoHizo.com. This show was produced at the iHeart Studios in Los Angeles. I'd like to thank our producers, Fernando Alejandro Schiantarelli and Amelia Machiavello, our sound engineer, Martin Garcia, and Annie Siderovich, our general producer. ComoLoHizo is a co-production from Premier Radio Network and Crece Grow Media. I am Fernando Schiantarelli. Thanks again for listening.